Chapter 78 of Ichi the Witch dropped. It's a very dense chapter, so let's get right into it. So part 1 is everything that goes on in the streets here, with Discaris meeting up with the Magic Keepers. They introduce themselves to the group. We're continuing the bit with Discaris just being overly confident in herself, despite being bad-mouthed by Higurashi here. And Ichi, he is just enamored by their weapons, their fighting style, as we cut over to Moneygold having that meeting with their commissioner, Chun, of the Magic Keepers. And this is where we get a little bit of backstory when it comes to what the Magic Keepers actually are in the world. It seems like they're going to be the police force of the witches to kind of keep them in balance and make sure that they don't gain too much power and try to overthrow the whole world, throwing the world into chaos and unbalance. And at first, Moneygold is just like, okay, on the docket, we're supposed to be talking about joining forces against the World Hater and the rest of our recent activities, but that's not why Chun and the rest of the boys are there. They're there to possibly recruit Ichi into the Magic Keepers. At first, I kind of like how Chun jokes about this because he seems to be a traditionalist where he's just like, oh, the males are the cops while the females are the witches. Ichi shouldn't be a witch. But he easily brushes that off as just a joke. But really, it's just the utility of Ichi here, where a man who can actually control magics and use magic being part of the Magic Keepers, yeah, that's a big step forward for them to make sure that they can keep the peace when it comes to witches using magic. And I love this bit here where Moneygold tries to brush off that, oh, Ichi's off on a mission. He probably won't even be back for a month, but out he comes through the mirror. He's just like, hey, Moneygold, how you doing? I found these two guys. They're part of the Magic Keepers. Oh, hey, more of you guys there. He looks at the one dude and immediately attacks him. So you think, okay, death for death has been met. And they have a couple blows here, but then they have a standstill. Ichi hugs him. Turns out this guy is Minakata, the guy who trained Ichi back when he was living on the mountain. So there's a connection here. So I'm wondering, was Minakata brought here in order to bring Ichi into the Magic Keepers? Do the Magic Keepers have some sort of ulterior motive when it comes to trying to bring in Ichi? Because there's something very off about Chun. I don't trust his smile. But yeah, a very dense chapter that gave us a lot of world building when it comes to just like how their society is structured, where we have something to kind of balance the witches out. But I'm wondering, how are these guys able to kind of do that? Because in this world, they can't really use magic. Is it just these weapons that they have that they can just combat the witches with? And how do those work specifically? Like, still a lot of questions to be asked, but we at least have the building blocks here for the whole world and all that. But let me know down in the comments what you thought of this chapter and any predictions or speculations you might have for the rest of the story.